Hey everybody, Scott Straub here, and in this short video tutorial, I'd like to talk about whether you should get a student loan. And the short answer is maybe, but explore every other possibility first. Now, what makes me an expert? Well, I've been in education for over 20 years, and I've talked to countless advisors, scholarship people, financial planners and advisors, and here are some of the best tips that I've gathered over the years. I'll try to keep this under 5 minutes, this video. The first question I ask students is, can you get credits cheaper? Can you go to a cheaper school, or can you get credits cheaper? A lot of people don't know that there are ways to get college credit for just taking a test. There are CLEP tests and other sorts of tests for your experience and your knowledge. Or could you go to a community college or a cheaper school for a year and then transfer them into that college or university or trade school that you'd like to go into later? So there are a lot of different ways to start off your college career more cheaply. Number two, grants and scholarships. This could literally take an hour, so we're not going to go into it. But I will tell you, having worked with thousands of students, the students that I know that treat this subject like a part-time or even full-time job, who go out and apply for every single scholarship and grant there is, they often, I would say they always get money. And some of them get a lot of money. Like I said, I don't have time in this video, but definitely talk to your school. If you're in high school, obviously talk to your high school. Talk to the local colleges, your future college, but then also talk to your parents, maybe your job. Try to find out if there's different ways that you can get grants and scholarships. I can't even tell you how many times when people ask their local churches and community groups, volunteer groups, their parents' work, they've gotten grants and scholarships. Amazing opportunities out there if you're willing to work. If you're not, then you're going to get what you get. Does your job pay for school? If the answer is, well, definitely ask. If the answer is no, can you work in a place that does pay for school? Maybe it'll take a year. My wife just transferred jobs and she's getting another master's degree. Well, after a year, they paid for things. The first year we had to pony up and pay, but then after a year they paid for it. So definitely ask your current or maybe your future employer or change jobs. Paid internships. I say paid because I want you to get paid. Are there occasions where you should do an unpaid internship? Sure, if you're going to do it for the experience, but if possible, try to get a paid internship. And sometimes they have programs in there as well. So not only do you get paid, but they have ways of helping you financially. And if loans are the only way, then yes, do it. But here's a little tip, and I've heard this from a lot of people, including my wife, just yesterday. She said that the one thing she didn't realize was when she filled out her financial aid papers that she didn't have to take the full amount they were giving her. Now, she came out with about, let's say, $60,000 to $70,000 worth of student loan debt. And that's over 5 different loans. And what she didn't realize was that she didn't have to take the full amount. She should have just taken the full amount for tuition because she was working. So if you need all the money, yes. But I will tell you, most students, or at least a lot of them that I talk to and work with, they don't need the full amount. If you're really struggling, next semester you can apply and get the full amount, but I would say take as little as possible because you don't want to come out paying $500, $600, $700, $800 or more in student loan debt. That's every month on top of you haven't even put one forkful of ramen noodles in your mouth yet before you've paid off your student loan debt. So hopefully these little tips help you get started. Definitely talk to the professionals locally so you can learn about all the grants, scholarships, and everything else before you look into a student loan. Whew. Sorry I talk so fast, folks. Thanks.